is Rebecca. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as EvilTwin2. You can find our show notes at owlknitwithyou.blogspot.com. You can find the group on Ravelry if you search owlknitwithyou. And you can email me at owlknitwithyou@gmail.com. Hi and welcome everyone. How have you all been? How are my owls, my yous? We have a new frond this week. It is B. Hodgins, who is Brady or Braddy, or I think it's Braddy because it's like Brad with an I on the end. Who's from Washington. So welcome. I'm so sorry if I just mangled your name. If you would like me to say your name on the podcast, come on over to our Ravelry group and introduce yourself on the introductions thread. If you've got a podcast, go ahead and post your podcast so we can all watch it and tell you how wonderful you are. And I'd be glad to have you. So, yeah. How have you guys been? What have you been up to? I feel like I did 5 million things this week, and at the same time my week felt like it took forever to get through. So let's get to some blather. I broke one of my contact lenses, so I'm wearing my glasses for right now. So that's exciting. Woo! I went to a Black Keys concert, and if you don't know, the Black Keys are an awesome band that I love very much. And it was a great concert. It was fantastic. I went with my friend Amanda, and I've seen them twice before. Once at a concert like this, and then once at a music festival. And both times, like, it was okay, but it wasn't the experience that I wanted. And this time, oh my gosh, everything was perfect and spot on. And my friends and I bought matching shirts because it was like concert shirts, so it was really exciting. It was really fun. I've also been watching a lot of Gilmore Girls. I'm now on season 2. Many of you said that you watched it too in the thread for last week, so man, it's going really good. And then I was watching the Geeky Girls Knit podcast and wasn't paying attention and totally heard a spoiler, but that's my own fault for not paying better attention and no one else's, because they talk about TV on there and I should have been listening to what they were saying, like, hey, spoilers are coming, and I didn't listen and I got spoiled. But it's okay because I like spoilers because it gives you something to look forward to. I also have been going Christmas shopping, which is fun. I've also been doing Christmas knitting, which you're going to see in a minute. I played some of the board games that I showed you or talked about last week. Some friends and I met for coffee yesterday, and we played both games and had a blast and knit and drank coffee. And it was really, really cool, because I don't usually do stuff like that with friends, so it was awesome. I bought, during my Christmas shopping, I bought some wasabi peas for myself, which I'd never had, and they were really good. If you get a chance, eat wasabi peas. Do it. Eat one at a time, and you'll be fine. They're really good. And I went to a vendor fair where they have, like, people who do direct sales, like Jamberries, Creative Memories, Scentsy, all that kind of stuff. So I went to a fair like that, and I bought some Christmas Jamberries. Because I didn't order mine in time, so they weren't going to be here, so I was like, oh, I'm not going to order any because they're not going to be here. But since they were right at this vendor fair, I just bought them right off the shelf. So here are my Christmas nails. I'm missing one, but that's okay. They're little candy canes, so they're really fun. But, yeah, there we go. But, so that's pretty cool. And now I have some big, exciting news. I got an email last week letting me know that I will be going to SSK. Ah, I know, it's so stinking exciting. So if you don't know what SSK is, there's a podcast called The Knit Girls, and they're amazing. And they host a retreat called the Super Summer Knit Together. And there's only so many spots, and I had filled out a form, like day of release of forms, and I did not get in. And I was kind of like, it's my first year trying, kind of bummed, it'll be alright, you know, we'll try this again some other year, but I totally got in. So someone must have decided not to go, because what they do is if spots open up, they put everyone's name in a lottery and pull out a name, and that person gets to go. And that person was me! So, and I'm sure there'll be more lottery pulls as it gets closer and people's plans change, but I'm just really excited right now. So I will be there, and that is the middle of July, and I'm sure when it gets closer I'll be talking about it incessantly, so look forward to that. And I also have some more news, but I'm saving that for the House Cup section because it's very House Cup specific, and that's not everyone's thing, and that's totally cool. let's move on to Blobbins. I did not spend this week. I've been furiously working on Christmas presents, and I've had time for nothing else except for Gilmore Girls, which I watched while I knit the Christmas presents. So I probably won't spin again until after December. Spinning is more for me and knitting is for other people. I need to do that right now, but that's okay. As for my woes and my woes, I've got some to show you. So last time I showed you my skein of pocket square. So here it is all, you know, caked up. See on the side there? And I really wanted to try plain pulling with it. And I did, and it's awesome, and it's kind of hard. And now that I've experimented with it, I think this will be a great January knitting project and not a December knitting project. Because it's going to take a long time. Because I have 1,250 yards of this, and this is like 10 rows. So, and I am doing this on size, they're printed on here, size 8s, and this is tropical twist pulling lace. So it's a lace, it's not a shawl, it's a stole because it's a big square piece, and you adjust it for how many stitches you need to do across so that your stuff will pull the way you want it to, which is an awesome concept. And so I wanted to do a stripe up the middle because that is one of the easier plain pulling things. And I'm trying to get so you can see all of it. I guess I could just zoom out, couldn't I? Just do that. But it's really cool because you just add more repeats of the lace or less, and then there's stitches on the side that you can change too. And when you do that, you just work it into how many repeats you need, and it'll kind of make sure that it's gonna work out. Someone's getting pulled over. But the lace pattern itself is really lovely, and I mean it's nothing like too stunning because you've got to have attention. You've got to be able to not lose it in the colors of the lace, so it stands out really well in the pattern, at least the original project page. But I don't know, I like the way this is going. I kind of want to do it wider, to do like 2 sets of stripes so that it would be a really wide stole, but that would make it half as long. But it's also 1,250 yards, so I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But like I said, I will probably say, well, this was a great learning experience, take some pictures, and use this for the house cup, which I've already talked to some people about what I could propose for the house cup, so I'm already excited about that. So I'm okay with waiting because I've got exciting stuff going on. And since it's Christmas time, I have been working on Christmas projects. I've been working on some boot toppers for my mom. These are technically part of her birthday present, which was in October, but I have to make 2 pairs for her, a pair of black and a pair of navy, and I have to make several for cousins and names that I drew and all sorts of stuff like that. So this is more like gearing me back up into that so that I can go wild and knit all of the boot toppers. So I'll be knitting boot toppers all this week. I'm going to zoom back in a little bit here so you can see this. Here is the boot topper. It's black, I know, it's hard to see. But this is in the Welly's Heather, which is a Wool of the Andes Knit Picks color. It's in worsted weight. I'm knitting with size 9 needles. And it's a really simple free pattern. I think it's called Basic Boot Toppers. It's just 10 rows of rib, 14 rows of stockinette, and then 10 more rows of rib. So, but they're cute. I've made my mom a pair of them before to make sure she liked this pattern and how it looks, and she does. She likes it very much. So I started this last night, right before I went to bed, and I'm almost done with the first one. Maybe I'll time myself on one of them and just to see how long it takes and be like, yeah, you can average about a boot cuff per hour if you do blah blah blah. So that'd be kind of a fun thing to know. I'll figure that out. And that's all my whips right now. I know I'm talking kind of fast. I think I've just had enough caffeine that I'm like bzz, 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 bzz. Okay, so defeated foes. I have one to show you. You may remember the Howl Cat I showed you last week. Well, here it is in all of its majesty. You say, Rebecca, that looks like one giant tube of knitting, and you would be correct. But that's not all it is. This tube becomes this hat, this lovely cowl, very soft, and also this hat, which looks really cute with my color. So this is for my dad for Christmas, and the inside of it is this really soft Knit Picks yarn that has it has alpaca in it. And this part has cashmere, and this is in the pesto colorway, this is in the chocolate colorway, and I would tell you the yarns, but I don't remember it, and they are on my project page, which is linked in the show notes, so you're good, just click on that. It'll tell you everything you want to know. So, I think because it has a multi-purpose hat, it will outlive some of his other hats he uses when he goes hunting, so I think this will be a pretty great present. We'll see, we'll see. So, I'm going to leave this on the rest of the podcast because my hair is now a disaster. So yeah. But that is my defeated foe. I only have the one. I've been working on this, and the stockinette stitch part took 1.5 trillion years, as stockinette tends to do. It just went on forever. I actually cut it 1/2 inch short because, I mean, it works. It'll work. His head's not massive. It'll be fine. I was just really tired of knitting it, and I wanted to work on something else, so I did. But I think we'll be okay. I don't have any mustache to show you. I did win 2 prizes from 2 separate podcasts, so that's super exciting. And when those get here, I will show you those in mustache, but I can't show you them right now because I've got nothing to show you. So the 5 things that make me happy are going to an awesome Black Keys concert, playing board games on Saturday. Oh, I didn't even tell you. So I was Harley Quinn for Halloween, and my mom saw my pictures on Facebook, of course, and every year for Christmas, she gets us Christmas jammies. And this year, she bought me Harley Quinn Christmas jammies. So it's like full-length arm, full-length leg, Harley Quinn outfit, but also super soft and snuggy so you can sleep in it. That's amazing! My mom is so not a comic book person. I am so impressed that she hunted that down for me. Like, what? So I'm really excited about it. So I got Harley Quinn Christmas jammies. I'm really excited to finish my first Christmas present. Technically, I've knitted some other months, but this is my first December project to be done and off the needles, so I'm excited about that. And I'm excited that this week I had some time to clean up my apartment. I ended up having to call in sick to work on Monday, which is not something I do ever. I think I've called in sick like 3 times, and I was kind of miserable all day, but at the same time I just didn't want to lay around, so I cleaned my apartment. And I don't know, it feels really nice to have a nice clean apartment now, so that's pretty nice. So now that we're past all of that, if you don't want to stick around for the House Cup news, I will tell you, strut your puffs. I need to be knitting Hexie Puffs so bad. I miss it. I crave it. But if you knit Hexie Puffs, come post them. Post them for me and inspire me and strut your puffs. Check out the Hey, I'm a Podcaster thread. Post your podcast, watch other podcasts. It's a podcast bonanza over there. And the third one is the 'Twas the Night After Christmas thread. I'm going to be participating in a mystery knit along, and I'm inviting all of you to do that with me, and if we have enough participants, there will be totally prizes. Since it starts December 26th, I might wait until January 1st to start mine, because the House Cup rules say if you're going to submit something for a class, it has to start January 1st, and it has to be within the month. So if I start it on January 26th, I then cannot submit that yardage for anything. I can submit it as a detention project, which means no real points, and it's more just for, hey, I did it. So, not really what I want to do. I'll just wait the 4 days, 5 days, and read through the pattern and get the pattern set up on my Knit Companion, which is an iPad app that I love, and kind of prepare myself for it, and then on the 1st I will start. So if I don't think I'll be super far clues behind. I think they're going to release 1 a week. I need to look at the schedule for that because I need to figure that out. But I'm really excited about it. I picked out my yarn. I should have brought it here to show you. It is some of the yarn I used on my 3-in-1 sweater. It is the gray, and there's a small chance I'll move to the dark green, but I'm like 99% sure I'm going to stick with the light gray I used for my sweater, because she said it can be any weight of yarn, and I thought, well, that's not fingering weight. It'll be a little bit bigger, so that'll be nice. That's what I am planning so far. And so on top of all of that, I have one more thread that you guys need to keep your peepers open for. Next Saturday, the 20th, I will open a thread at midnight, my time, Central Standard Time, so between Friday and Saturday night at midnight. It will close between Saturday and Sunday night at midnight. Alright? With me so far? It's going to be called Selfish Selfie Saturday. What is Selfish Selfie Saturday? You are going to post a picture of yourself and your knitting. It can be knitting for anyone. It can be knitting for you. That is irrelevant. And the goal of your picture is to win a prize. The prize will be, I will buy something off your wish list. If you don't know how to wish list something, I told you how to do it in an earlier episode, but I'll tell you right now really quick. When you're adding something to your queue, there is a little gift box near the top. Okay, so you clicked add to queue, this little box pops up. Here it is. And near the top, there's this little check mark box that says, you know, let people gift this to me on Ravelry. Add this to my wish list. Click that box. It's not on every pattern. If it's a free pattern, you can't do it. If it's a pattern that's in a book and not published online, you can't do it. So it's only patterns that you could buy through Ravelry that this works on. So you have to have a wish list, and if you don't have a wish list, you can't win because I can't buy you anything. So you post your selfie of yourself with knitting, and there has to be knitting in the picture. You can be wearing a hat that you knitted, but you gotta tell me what in the picture is it being knitted or was knitted by you. I want to see products or crocheted or woven. I mean, yarn craft. Post the picture, identify your yarn craft. Okay? Have a wish list. And then for every 10 entries, so if we have 10 entries, I'll pick one winner. If we have 20 entries, I'll pick 2 winners. If we have 30 entries, I'll pick 3 winners. And for every 10, I will pick a winner, and that person, I will buy them something that's worth $5 or more off their wish list of my choosing. So if there's stuff on your wish list that you don't want, get it off there, because that's what a wish list is for. And this way I can gift some of you patterns, but without breaking my bank. So I'm really excited about it. Depending on the level of action that we have, I might do it again after Christmas, but for sure the 20th. For sure the 20th. You can, I would hope that it would be a picture from that day, but I will allow previously taken selfish selfies. So if you want to take your picture now and have it ready to post on Saturday, that's fine by me. That's fine by me. I won't know. I can't judge you on that. But post your, and there will be guidelines at the top telling you what you need to do. Post your picture. Tell me what in the picture is being knit, or what you're wearing that's being knit, and post. I mean, tell me what the pattern is, because if it's really cute, I'm gonna add it to my queue and add it to my wish list. And I will be so excited. I'm gonna randomly draw numbers and randomly pick out a prize from your wish list. And then the following podcast, I will tell you who won, so that you'll be like, well, I never got my prize, Rebecca. I'm not sure what happened. So I'll need to know, you know. But that will be the 20th. Selfish Selfie Saturday. Because you want to win. You don't want the people to win. That's a little selfish, right? So look forward to that, because I know I am. So, on that note, I'm going to move over to House Cup News. So if that's all you wanted to hear, I will see you all later. I'm sorry, this is the shortest podcast episode ever. I feel on it today. I feel like I'm ready to go. I feel like I'm going to get stuff done. After this, I have more stuff to do. So, right. So, House Cup stuff. The signups are open for the new term. And they'll be open till the end of the month. So if that's something that you want to participate in or check out, go ahead and sign up for that. If you want more information on it, send me a PM. I'm more than happy to tell you and send you links. I've had a couple people do that already, and I love talking about it. I feel like I will ramble about it if that option is available. So stop me if that's not what you want. So I'm in Gryffindor, and I have been in Gryffindor since the first term I was sorted. So if you aren't sorted, you can play as a not quite first year, which means you've not actually participated in a house before, but you want to participate and learn the goings on. And it's less stressful because you have no requirements. And then when you're sorted, you have to do a class every term. At least one, which means one project a month, which can be a hexapuff, so that's really not the end of the world. But the best part about being in a house is that you are then sorted into a sub cluster. The Lions call them Prides, the Gryffindors call them Prides, the Slytherin call them Snake Nest, etc., etc. So I'm in a Pride in Gryffindor. And I recently, there was near the end of every term, a term is 3 months, so the last one was September, October, November, and now December is our break month, so we're not doing anything required right now. Near the end of December, I volunteered I said, hey, I would love to help. I don't know where you can stick me, but, you know, I want to help out. And I will be a Pride leader next term. My good friend Maria Sambria, who has sent me a care package, is also a Pride leader, so I'm kind of hoping that we get the same Pride and we can be Pride leaders together, because that would be amazing. But if it's anyone else, I'm sure I'll be just as happy. Slightly less happy. I'm sure it'll work out great. I don't really know what all it's going to entail, but I'm super pumped. I'm also going to help with some badge making. So on Ravelry you have a Ravatar, which is your little picture ID, right? Well, I have been helping make those for people in Gryffindor. We call them robes. You change your robes to change your Rav ID. Same difference. Because that's the only way we see each other is through the Rav ID. So it's kind of the clothes that you wear on Ravelry. So I've been making new robes for people, just adding, you know, right now the Gryffindor house has not won any cups, no house cups have we won, or Quidditch cups have we won for either one for several terms now. And since I've been a Gryffindor, we've never won. So at least 3. No, at least 2. So we're all like, we have to win the next one for the mantle, because you would put a nice cup on the mantle of your fireplace. And so we've been making for the mantle Ravatars for everyone, which is really exciting. And I'll also be helping out. So each house has their own little incentives to make you want to do classes. And one way Gryffindor, I feel like I'm talking gibberish right now, but I promise if you play this, it makes sense. Gryffindor has one called Marauders Missions, which you can say, I pledge to do 6,000 yards, which is a stag mission, which is one thing I did last term, and I totally succeeded. It was awesome. It was very thrilling. And so I will be helping with that, either making badges or just keeping track of who submitted and who hasn't submitted. And then it said / the Deathly Hallows, so then no one really knows what that means yet. Like, are they going to add that as a mission type? Is it going to be a whole other game, sub-game that we play within Gryffindor? Because Gryffindor has, like, so many, like, there's the Harry Potter Knit Crochet House Cup, where you turn in knitting for classes for points. Gryffindor takes it to another level. We've got the Marauders missions. We've got usually some sort of sub-game thing where it's like, if you submitted something blue, you can claim this badge. We make badges like crazy. We should be badgers instead of lions, because we do so much badge stuff. Seriously. So I'll be helping make badges. I'll be helping with the Marauders mission / Deathly Hallows. I'm sure I'll tell you more about that later. And I will be a Pride leader, which I'm super excited about. So I just found that out last night about 11 p.m. and I have been wired ever since. I stayed online too long making Ravatars and robes, whatever you want to call them, and just talking to people, and then I saw it posted and no one had posted in the thread yet, so then I didn't want to say the first thing after that. But all day today I've been like, oh my gosh, people have been like, you're totally gonna be great. I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so exciting. So I'm really pumped. So that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna be volunteering in Gryffindor and going to SSK, and life is good. Christmas is a-coming. I have so much stuff to be done before Christmas, you guys. I think everyone on my list is getting a knitted item, and I have finished one. So I might need to go buy more presents to fill that knitted space, because we do $20. And I consider a knitted gift to be anywhere between $3 to $10, depending on what it is. Like a set of boot cast meal, maybe it's like $4. Yeah, let's be reasonable here. So I've got to get to work. I gotta start getting this together. But I've already started making a list of things that I want to make post-holidays. So I'll be doing some selfish thing come January. Just can't do it right now. I am totally rambling. You guys are amazing. I hope your Christmases are fantastic. I hope I podcast again before Christmas. I plan on it. So yeah, get excited. Let's do that.